What's going on, people, and welcome back to the Baby Fathers podcast, or our brand new episode. I'm your co-host, and I go by the name of DJ Ridler. First things first, make sure you press that notification button and make sure you push that subscribe button so any new episode what comes up, you're going to be the first to know, all right? So on today's show, it's a pretty of a kind of a more of a serious kind of show today. So all about child safety. And on today's show, I have two special guests with me. They go by the name of BMB Hunters.
I'm Bance, BMB Hunters founder.
And I'm Neff.
So I would like to say welcome for you two. Thank you for coming on today's show. Obviously, I'm a big fan to what you lot are doing.
Yeah, come
on. So I definitely respect that, what you lot are doing. Can you actually let the viewers know what kind of things that you do actually do? What is BMB Hunters?
BMB Hunters is we'll go by like online child protection team, which is with like in effect like paedophile hunters. So we hunt down paedophiles, men that's online,
okay,
like, grooming kids in it.
And what made you decide to start this up?
Well, about 6 years ago, I caught a man like touching himself watching my baby mother while she was sleeping.
Okay.
And I'd done what I thought was right, which was like beat him up. Got arrested. He got let off. He got made a victim, and he didn't even get arrested. And I was looking at jail.
Okay.
And then like, certain incidents happened with like one of my daughter's uncles, a couple of family members, and like you know, just the wrong ones. And you get them in your family, man. You get them everywhere.
Okay.
So started up my own team.
And my friend, you, how did you get involved?
Same reason.
Yeah.
Various reasons. So he told me what he was doing, so I joined.
So how many people was in your team?
How many people? I got about 15 security. I got 9 decoys plus myself, and 2 researchers, 3 researchers.
Does everyone have a specific role what they play?
Yeah, so obviously decoys are decoys. They're the ones that's talking to the men, and then like my security or / hunters, whatever they want to be called, are the ones that's on the ground when we catching these men.
Who's the ones who are online?
Yeah.
How do you set that up in order to capture these paedophiles?
Well, decoys, they set up fake profiles, like young girls, any age from like under 16 and right down to like sometimes 7.
Okay.
And we go on the apps. Any apps you can think of, a chat room, we're on them. And men seek them out, like seek out men that's seeking out kids. They're the ones that we speak to, so they will speak to us first, and then the conversation goes from there.
How are you able to actually find out who are the ones?
Because obviously, without giving away too many secrets, they'll talk to the kid first, innit? And the kid will ask them like whoever they are, whatever else, or give their age, like they give their age straight away. And then you as a man, if you're on an app and you're chatting to a girl, and she tells you she's 12, your automatic response is going to be what?
What are you chatting to me for?
You get it? But these men don't do all that. They carry on the convo. Or some of them even be like, oh yeah, you're too young, get off the apps. There's funny like men on here that are trying to talk to you lot, or carry on chatting to them. It's all but the ones that carry on talking, they then lead on to like sexual. They get sexual with the child. Like they're just nonsense, man. They're paedophiles, bro. Like they got a sexual attraction to kids.
What kind of things like do they say in these chats when they talking? Like, don't tell your parents.
Yeah, they do all of that stuff, man. Like, I don't want to give too much.
Okay, I've got you.
Basically, what they do, like the kind of things that they do say. Obviously, well, don't be like, don't tell no one. You don't want to get caught as much as, like, the way that they think is mad. That's how I think, innit? They try and let the kid know it's all right, but like at the same time, it's a secret. Like, don't tell no one about it. I see all these kids that you see go missing, and they are missing posts of this kid's gone missing or whatever else. Half of these kids are probably actually being groomed online and gone to meet a man, and I ain't told no one about it.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? If you go on like my BMB Hunters page on Facebook and scroll through before the last couple of things, I actually put a video up about a girl's a real story. Where I think she was 15 years old, a man groomed her online, met her, raped her. I think his friends came around and raped her. She got away, was running away through the woods and that. My man caught up with her and killed her. You see what I'm saying? So it happens, man. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like, forget COVID, man. Like, pedophiles is like this is the real. Or they turn sexual the child. They'll send indecent image of themselves or like, pornographic stuff to the kid. Instruct, like, try and teach them how to masturbate or arrange meets. You know what I'm saying? But it's all for a sexual pleasure. It's always a sexual gratification for them. And we just obtain evidence, man. That's what we do. We're on there obtaining all this evidence, saving it. And then when we meet them and confront them about it, they've got an answer to it. They've got answer, even if they don't answer to us, I'm still gonna. I put their faces out there for like, awareness.
Yeah.
And they've got an answer to their actions, man. Step by step. Obviously, you're on the app. The decoys, because the decoys all the hard work. So they're on the app talking. Obviously, we collect all the evidence from the chat room that they're in, or the chat log that they've got. So they get the charges in that chat log. If they're not going for a meet, we'll research them. If they, like, some of them don't give like, a lot of detail about themselves in it, so you've got to do a lot of work looking into that person, getting as much information as that person as possible. Like, we've got all different methods. Obviously, everything we use is legal, and all the steps that we take is legal. So we might put like an adult decoy on a man to gain further information, and then and with that information, we'll look him up, find him, find out where he lives. Just go and do a door knock.
Okay.
And then once we caught him, the police are called. Obviously, I'll throw them on social media. Like I'll do lives. So I'll go live with them, social media. And then while we're waiting there, the police turn up, we show the police the evidence, they get arrested, and hopefully the man get locked up.
Okay. So what powers do you have to detain them?
You got your citizen's arrest, so you got your section 24.
Yeah.
And anytime from the time you're under section 24, you're under a caution basically. So you're with us until the police come, and if you try run, we're allowed to use reasonable force to restrain you and detain you there until like a police officer can come and continue his duty. The police is always called. They get arrested. The police's relationship with us is all right. Like, a lot of them respect what we do and how we do it, and you obviously get a few that's just like, oh yeah, we can't be seen to work with you lot, but we work alongside you lot. So they have to take our evidence. They have to make their arrest anyway. You're still accountable for your crimes, but some police forces frown on it. The majority of them, 90% of them, work well with us. So in that term, they're cool.
And when these people get catch, what's the outcome of them? What's the process? How it happens?
Like any crime, you get arrested, you either get bailed or remanded, depending on what the CPS decide. Then they'll get charges. You're always going to get charged for what you've done. So if you stole something from the shop, it's still theft, it's still shoplifting. So you get charged, you go to court, and then it's there where the sentencing goes wrong. So sometimes, some of them go jail. Like a good few of the guys we caught gone jail. Some of them just get off not scot-free, but it is scot-free, innit? Like they get on a sexual harm prevention order. They get like a slap on the wrist, basically. Like a couple years on the sex offenders register. You're just a paedophile, but you ain't gone jail. You ain't really served nothing. And even when they do go jail, a lot of them get some stupid sentences: 20 months, 18 months, maybe a couple of years. But you're gonna do half of that anyway.
They get straight away put into jail, or is there a process?
No, it's a process like any other crime, though, isn't it? So once the police come and we've handed you over to the police, that's it. You're not our problem after that. Okay. We just get the updates with the decoys are the witnesses. So they'll get an update of what's going on with the case, if he's been charged, remanded, jailed, on bail. So we follow the case all the way to the end.
So does it go to court?
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always go. Once you've been charged, you're going to go to court. And then from there, it's just up to the man's plea. So if he wants to take a not guilty, well, you'll see all of us in court. We're going to have to come, provide evidence of what happened on that day.
So when you present yourself, obviously you don't present yourself with a mask. You come...
No.
Or you still present yourself...
No, you don't present yourself with a mask, obviously. That's for like a man's personal identity.
Okay.
So while we're out, half of my team don't show their face anyway. So they'll just be like how he's looking like now.
Yeah.
Or just behind the camera so no one sees who you are.
That's what I was about
See
to
what I'm
ask
saying?
you. Yeah.
So, when you go to court for a not guilty, luckily we not had to go to court still. Like they'll just go once the ones that's gone to court already, they all gone guilty.
Okay.
There's a few trials out, but it just depends on who's there on the day, like which one of your lads was out on the ground and what decoy it was talking. We're the ones that have to go to court.
Okay. And you see, like with these meetups, on some occasion, are these kids actually going out there meeting?
Oh well, the best part about it is that they're talking to a decoy, so there's not a real kid that's in any danger. However, what we find is 99% of the men we catch, obviously are speaking to real kids because they're not just speaking to us. Like if you're chatting to a woman online on a dating site, say, you're not going to chat to one, you're going to chat to loads of them, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see who you hit off with and all that stuff. They're chatting to loads of kids, multiple kids at the same time. So there's always real kids in there, but the meetups, when we're going out to meet, is always on a decoy.
Yeah.
Luckily.
So do you ever get tip-offs when people reach out to you to tell you like, oh, I'm someone trying to chat to my child or?
No, it has happened. Like it has happened that one team a couple of months ago actually caught a man who was actually speaking to a real child, and the parents came with all the evidence of the team. The team went out and got their man.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. As long as the evidence is there, as long if someone's chatting to your kid, for instance, yeah, and you've got all of that conversation on the phone still, we can actively go out there and act upon it.
So we can actually reach out to you lot, and then you will go out there and follow the full search.
Yeah, as long as they've got the evidence to back it. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people write in, I just want to make you aware that this man here is a paedophile, boom, send in his profile, and we're like, as much as we want to go and catch him, we can't, because that law of entrapment, innit? You can't just we can't go and chat to them. They've got to approach us and chat to us.
Okay. Do you know what?
Hey.
I'm going to play the viewers now a clip of exactly what you lot do.
Yeah.
All right. So you lot, I'm going to play you lot a clip just to show you what these guys do, yeah? I'll be back on after this one.
Don't try and run, yeah, because only me and my guy here. There's only two of us. So if you try to run under the section 24A, yeah, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Have a word with her. I'm speaking to 14-year-old girl, yeah? I've got the chat here.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm talking with, yeah.
You've been arranging to meet this 14-year-old girl for some time. That's you, yeah?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you, yeah? Just double.
I was just talking to her.
You weren't just talking to her.
Yeah.
You weren't just talking to her. You were talking sexual to her. Yeah, you want to do things with this 14-year-old girl.
No, not really. I was just playing around. And,
You're just playing about with her.
yeah.
Do I look like I'm playing around? I didn't come here to play no games. You know why we're here. I know why you're here. He knows why you're here. We don't want to make a big song and dance. As you can see, there's people all around. There's a lot of kids about and all. So for the sake of that, there's kids around. We've got to make sure that you're not allowed anywhere near them. Now, mate, what makes you...
I'm not.
You're not what?
I'm not like that anyway.
You're not like that?
Yeah.
Like what?
Whatever you are saying that.
We're not saying anything. We're telling you, as a fact, are you talking to a 14-year-old girl? More than one?
I don't know. I don't know.
So you're telling her that you can shower together? You want to take a shower with her? You want her to wash you in the shower?
I'm just messing around.
This isn't messing around, my friend.
I wasn't serious.
You want to take her dress off her and kiss her body?
I was just messing around.
Look, the police are here. Look, no faces, they're here. Yeah? And we've got all the evidence here. We've got everything here, all the paperwork here, the whole chat log from December.
Yeah, but then I was just messing around anyway.
Messing around is not an excuse, my friend. I'm so sorry, yeah. It's not an excuse, yeah?
I wasn't serious.
You've asked her, does she want to go to a hotel and have a shower? Yeah, you've arranged to meet her a few times. You've asked her to come down on the train. 14-year-old girl.
I wasn't going to meet her.
You've asked her to come halfway down the road.
Gonna meet her.
You wasn't going to meet her. So what is it? Is this like a fetish of yours?
No, I was just talking to the...
So you're just speaking.
People. I just talk to people, yeah.
But she said she was 14 at the beginning of that chat, mate. She's expressed her age throughout that chat. Even when you gave her your mobile number and started speaking to her on WhatsApp, she told you her age.
Yeah, alright, then I've done...
Am I lying? Am I lying here?
No, I know what you're saying, alright. I understand what you're saying.
Because tonight you're going to get arrested. They're going to seize your phone. They're going to seize your devices. They'll probably go to you. Because what do you mean, what, brother? You've been speaking to a 14-year-old girl. You want to take her dress off?
I was just messing around. I've got your arrest. Let's put your arrest.
Oh, yeah. No, you ain't done nothing wrong. It's all right.
Do you feel like you're kind of putting your life out on the line when you're not doing these kind of things?
I don't know, you know.
Yeah, you looked at it like that.
I don't really look at it like that, you know.
My guy?
Oh man, you're doing something right, innit?
Yeah.
I don't see it as like life on the line. Obviously, one team caught a man who had like 6 knives on him. But the reason why I had them 6 knives weren't to like hurt the team, because he didn't think the team was coming. He thought the child was coming. And he said, if that child didn't turn up, he was gonna go out and then kill another kid, or kill a woman. That's what he wanted to do. So that kid would have turned up, and that man would have killed that kid. But when the team caught up of him, he laid all his knives out. He didn't do nothing. You get them ones that run. You're gonna get hurt sometimes. One of them's gonna throw hands and like try and punch you or do something to get away. Thankfully, with my team, no runners have got away, for one, and two, the injuries that we had. We caught a guy last night, and like he tried to run when the police come, but when he did run, we put him on the floor. Obviously, you got a restrained man on that,
Of course.
and like one of my guys hurt his shoulder, one of my other security lads hurt his foot. You get little injuries like that, but
So how far do you lot travel when you lot do all this?
my team go like 2.5. We've gone like 2.5, 3 hours out
Yeah.
to catch a man. But it just depends, man. Like if you're in Scotland, I ain't coming.
Okay,
So we'll get a team in Scotland to do this thing for us, or Liverpool, Manchester. Like the furthest I go is like Birmingham, Coventry, Leicester, those kind of areas. Anything like 2.5, 3 hours away, I'll go to.
Okay.
But other than that, there's teams all over. There's 156 teams in here. So
So you just took the words out of my mouth. I was about to ask you.
how many teams?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's about 156 teams across the UK. So, like even in Ireland, we've had a pred court in Ireland by a team over there. You can't hide. Yeah, there's nowhere in the UK you can hide.
Yeah. And in terms of to the organisations, right, in terms of, besides the police, who else do you lot work with? Like, how is this all funded?
We fund ourselves, man.
Yeah.
So obviously we pay for the petrol and like the resources. So that as a team, we fund ourselves. So the ink, the paper, all the logs that get printed off, the fuel, the decoy phones, certain apps to track these people down. We will pay for them apps.
Yeah.
We fund ourselves, man.
So there's no like some special fundings what can help you lot.
Because in the eyes of the law, we're vigilantes. That's what they call it. Because we are taking the law into our own hands. I agree with it. To be fair, I'd rather be a vigilante. Like, cool, that's what I am. People's like, oh yeah, you're heroes and stuff. Nah, we're just men and women who literally are taking the law into our own hands by decoying, chatting to these men, going out and seeking them, catching them, bringing them to justice. That's what we do.
So are you doing more like it's on like a volunteer then?
Yeah, that's what it is, voluntary. Some people try to sign up to the team. Like I'll put a post up for like a decoys or security members, and some of them come forward like, oh yeah, and we're like, you know, like, it's not paid, right? That's one thing. Like, to, you know, it's voluntary. Oh, so yeah, I thought it was a paid position.
Yeah.
Nah, it's off our own backs, man.
So that's good that you lot are kind of doing it off your own backs,
Yeah,
giving up your own time to go and do these things. And you're basically just literally, you're doing it for free, but obviously you're doing it at the same time to save another child, obviously getting molested or.
yeah. Like, wait, God forbid it's any of our kids, because I don't know if I could do this if it was one of my kids, but not the same steps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different because everyone's got a different role. Like my security lot don't read the chat logs. They don't read all of that stuff. Like he's never read a chat log.
Yeah.
Like, if he did, like even when we're on this thing, certain things that like I would tell like the pred what he said or what he's done, and like some of the lads are looking like, so then you just said that to a 12-year-old girl or a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Like, are you mad? And we're not like most teams that we're very much road, innit?
Yeah, I could tell.
You know what I'm saying though?
Good
So
talk.
like how we are and what we'd want to do are two different things. You see what I'm saying? Because in your heart you just want to just smash a man in. If I'm being honest, that's my first thing, boy. Because if that was my kid, There's no talking.
I think I'm 100% with you on that one. 'Cause my energy is all going to be real different.
Yeah, real
My whole
different.
my whole energy is different on that one.
Like if that was my kid, like that would be his cousin. You can't talk to us two. My whole team wouldn't be able to. Like, nobody that I know in the right mind be able to keep that together. Like, I can't confront you and be like, so why are you talking to this child? Like when I caught one yesterday, I told him like, oh, one of my security guys, I was like, that's his daughter he's chatting to. My man's reaction was, well, what's she doing on the apps? And like I was, you're lucky, you know, you're lucky that it's actually not his daughter, because cameras wouldn't be rolling, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's a different setting for you, my friend.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? That's me keeping
It's true.
keeping it real.
It's true.
And keeping it like PG at the same time, because that's mad.
Yeah. And I think this is where some of these men are obviously as well. Like, the funny thing about it as well, even still we have these kind of brothers out on road, they're even also in people's families.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say issues. So like, there's even youths getting touched inside the families.
Yeah.
You see
all of that, yeah, it's all mad. I've seen some mad stories. People writing, I'm the ones reading like their stories and stuff, or like people that we caught, people writing about them, all of that stuff. Like one team, Broken Dreams, I caught a guy the other day who came to meet what he thought was a 9-year-old girl. Like, I've never heard of a sting like this before. A 9-year-old, and he was telling her and her sister, who he thought was 7, to like touch themselves, do things and all that. And he was sending them videos or images of him abusing his own disabled sister. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's mad. I've heard, like, obviously you hear it in families and stuff. But when you come face to face with one of them, you're like, raw, this one here, like, raped his own like sister or whatever, or like we caught a guy in Kent, and he was sexually abusing his own 5-year-old and his 17-year-old, and the 17-year-old was abusing a 5-year-old, and brother, it was all mad. So I hear some mad stories, and we read some mad shit as these.
Yeah.
Some of the most horrible stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, "How'd you keep so calm?" Wait, because it ain't my kid. So like, it's a bit, for me. It's different, because if it was one of our own kids, I couldn't read that.
Of course.
Knowing what he wanted to do to that child, that is. In my head, it plays different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like I could read it and stomach it to an extent, as in, well, I can't wait to catch this one.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get this one here. But then I'm catching you face to face. The only reason I don't fuck you up is because I'm recording you, man.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to preserve evidence. There's no point in touching you. I go to jail for it, and then you're still free to then trouble other kids and molest other kids. And it don't make. That's the only reason why we don't keep calm. That's why we keep so calm. I'm just like, I pray you run.
Yeah.
Bend you up a little bit.
Well, I've noticed as well when I was going through your page, I see a lot of guys try to play this. They can't breathe, or they're ill, so they want you to call an ambulance for them. I see a lot of that. A lot of that plays out on
When
your
a few
page.
man try to pretend they're having heart attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I even saw one when one woman was trying to make her. I think it was to do with her son. And then obviously the paperwork, she tried to grab the paperwork, and he tried to run one way, and all of that.
That was the guy we caught and dagging him like last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, his mum was protecting him on a 100. She was like, yeah, and she even called the young girls and the decoys and that, like, who she thinks is young girls, like 13, 12, like dirty little slags and shit. And I'm thinking like, right, you'll go to the lengths of protecting.
Co-signing this with your son.
Yeah, she grabbed the chat logs, trying to throw them away. He tried to run. Obviously, when he tried running, he tried to run. He turned around, he hit one of my guys. When like we caught up with him, and he got bent up and put on he got bent up and put on the floor. And then he's talking about he can't breathe, but he's talking. So he's from the time you're talking about I can't breathe and all that stuff, you can breathe, my friend. Yeah, not only that. Boy.
So to every parent right now who's watching this, what kind of advice can you give them?
Yeah, all I can say is check your kids' devices, man. See what I'm saying? Like, be on top of it. A lot of parents like know things are going on. Some parents turn a blind eye to it. I could tell you some stories. I could be here for hours.
Yeah.
Tell you some mad stories, man. But check your kids' devices. Yeah, speak to your kids. Have that good relationship where your kid can come to you and chat to you. you know what I'm saying? Like, don't silence your kid. Don't shut your kid off. If your kid tells you something, believe what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's what I can say, man. 'Cause a lot of people. There's one story of a 13-year-old girl who was getting abused by her mum's partner. Told her mum didn't believe her. Kid went on and killed herself. Took an overdose in it. So for me, like, always listen to your children. Like.
I think this happens a lot as well. Kind of saying what you're saying. If a child is coming to you about something, don't block it out.
Yeah, don't ever not believe your kid, man. Literally, boy. Families will hide you. You know what I'm saying? Certain families will hide that abuse. Certain families will brush it under the carpet. Not our family, man. Like, boy, not our family. I don't know about everyone else's family. Not in our four walls. And
Yeah.
my daughter told me something. Like, I've got a few kids, so I've got a couple of baby mums. But if one of my daughters told me her mum's partner touched her, I'm not listening to my baby mum. I ain't listening to her partner. I'm listening to my kid. I'm taking my kid away from that situation first. And second, I'm probably going to jail, blood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I happily sit in jail for my children. A lot of parents don't feel like that.
See, I've had this debate before on this on one of these shows, and as I said, I will calmly sit in the bin
Yeah,
for my child.
yeah.
Calmly. I'm not doing it for no nonsense.
And it ain't even just about paedophiles, though. You see what I'm saying? It's about anything. Like, if someone try to take my kid's life, or
Brother, that's what I'm saying.
do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Same
it's your
energy.
Kid, yeah, it's your kid. Same energy
energy.
throughout your whole kid's life, man. So, like, back your kid.
Done.
You see what I'm saying?
Done. All right. Another question I'm actually going to ask you, and in return, in regarding to like this whole social media stuff, do you actually think it's a safe place for these kids to actually even really be on?
Nah, not at all. Social media is like social media is the worst thing that's been invented.
Yeah.
With the internet, because the internet makes everything easier to access. If the kids weren't on social media, if there was social media didn't exist, like when we was growing up, we only had like MSN, and like you could only get that on a certain time. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got platforms on everything. Even the games that they play has got chat rooms,
Yeah.
Roblox, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So they're easily accessed, man.
So as parents, what kind of things do you say to parents to like look out for these kind of things? Like,
We always tell people to check their devices, like check your kid's device. That's all you can do, really. Be on top of like knowing what's going on in your kid. You can link your kid's phone to your phone and see what apps they're using and how long they're on the app for. And you can go and take the phone like physically and look through it and see what's going on there. Because you know, kids are kids, man. They hide things from the parents naturally.
yeah.
And that's what these men do. They groom your kid to think it's all right that what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any apps where parents can actually use to block certain things coming through their child's phone?
Yeah, I'm not too great with all these app stuff. So one of my decoys is my best friend, so she shows me a lot about what to use. It depends on your phone and all that stuff. You could use certain things to like
Filter.
yeah, like to filter out like certain apps and like screen sharing and all that stuff. So we could link our phones together, and I can see when he's on his apps, what apps he's on, what time he's
Okay.
on, and all of that stuff. So you can keep up with your kids and that. And there's all types of apps to do that as well. Just go on your app store.
What age do you think a child should be having a phone anyway?
That's mad though, man. I had a phone at like 11, but my phone just had like Snake on it.
Yeah, I remember them. Phone.
You
That's
know what I'm
Nokia's,
saying?
innit?
Yeah,
It was
I had a
Nokia's.
Nokia, man.
Yeah, but now obviously it's the internet's on there now, innit? So
Yeah.
it's access what they can get to. So
Yeah, like my 10-year-old, she wanted an iPhone. She wanted a phone. She didn't care what it was. She wanted a phone, but you also got to keep up with the times. You see what I'm
course,
saying? So like, your kid's going to school. I can't give my daughter a Nokia 5110.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? She's got to have a decent phone.
Now I had that problem with my daughter when she was about to start high school. She said she wanted a phone, and I was like, I can get you a £10 and bash your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Make calls from a text from a
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, she's telling me, Dad, that ain't the phone. Dad, that's not the phone. Yeah, I'm like, listen, all he needs to do, as you said, phone and text.
Yeah.
There has to be nothing else. So
But she don't get it.
she said, listen, she ain't even walking with that full stuff in it. Yeah, she goes, you expect me to be walking down the road shouting down into the phones. Like, so eventually, when I did speak to a few people, because I'm very old school, innit?
Yeah,
When I spoke to a few people, they're like, listen, as you said, be with the times.
yeah.
You get me? And then she ended up getting her the iPhone. You get me?
See, for me though, it's lucky. I think my kids are lucky that they've got like cousins and that, and my like nephews and that. Who's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
17, 18, 24. and them ages there because he teaches me a lot about the social media I don't know about. But I'll be like, Ross, she wants a phone and that. But like, oh, she got to get her a phone from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, girls got to have a phone and that. But they have their little WhatsApp groups and you just got to monitor, man. That's what we do. Like, she's only allowed, like, YouTube. Go on YouTube, watch a little... Because like kids just watch rubbish now. They watch other kids play.
Of course.
Yeah.
Playing computer games instead of them playing it.
Like rather than them playing it, yeah, man. So like she'll watch things on YouTube. She can WhatsApp her little group of school friends, but you could be in that. You could go and have a look at that. Let me see who's in there. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
You've got to. The maddest thing is you've got to like give your kid that little leeway. My kid's not allowed to walk shop by herself. All she wants to do is go to a corner shop. No, even with her sister, one's 11, one's 10. You both ain't going to the corner shop. Not without me.
Yeah.
Or you're just not going at all. Not without your mum.
So what age do you think you would let your child go out by themselves?
I don't know, man.
You find
Doing this is mad because we do this. It's mad. I'm not too sure.
Did you find it kind of affects obviously your home family settings to obviously because what you're doing outside?
More stricter.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got boys, isn't it?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I like. Yeah, with boys it's different though. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, even with girls, man, boy, my girls are clued up. So even my 11-year-old, someone messaged her on Roblox talking about like he's got Robux or whatever it is to buy her, and then she just turned around quickly and was like, "This is our mum. Why are you messaging my child for?"
Yeah.
And like blocked it, screenshotted it, sent it to man.
Okay.
I was so proud of her.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't expecting that level of maturity from her at such a young age. Get it? I've got confidence in my kid, man. Like, yeah, fuck off, you're a nonce.
So that's actually a question I want to ask you then. How do you train your kids to know what to look out for? To go back to tell their parents?
You kind of have to open their eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Okay.
All realistically.
So what's for them to look out for?
Wait, anyone over the age of 16, you shouldn't be chatting to anyway. You see all them adults there, let me know straight away. If it ain't someone you don't know, you shouldn't be talking to them. Like, if you don't know her, why are you chatting to her?
Yeah.
If you don't know him, why are you chatting to him? Like, how old is that person? Let me see. Because we know that they're very fucking smart, man. Like, some of them will pretend to be 15 years old and like kids' ages and that just to befriend them and be like, oh, I'm not really I'm really like 32. All right, mate. Not my kid.
Yeah.
No, that's what this is what it is, mate. It fucks with your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen the conversations. I read them all. I've been a decoy myself, so I know the levels. But you got to teach your kids these little steps. You know what I'm saying? Anyone old enough, anyone that's not your age that you don't know personally, you shouldn't be talking to. Full stop. Block that. Like with Snap, you got a quick ad.
Yeah.
Absolutely anybody.
Yeah.
Like that's mad. For me, that's mad. Like even I was watching my like one of my baby ones like look for her daughter's phone the other day, and she was like, "Who's that? Why are you chatting to this one for?" I was like, "Bro, yeah, you gotta be like that." See what I'm saying? If you're not, mate, Snapchat is one of the worst apps.
Yeah.
And like even with Snap, you got like, you know, when you take a live video, I send it to him, he can view it, boom, and it disappears.
Yeah.
For me, Snap's a dangerous app, man.
So out of all of them, you say Snap's the worst?
No, it's definitely up there. No, there's obviously chat room apps where they're going on to make friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Every app that you can think of is mad because you just sit on the app. I promise you, if you made a account now and sat on the app 15 minutes later, some 1, 2, 10 men all trying to chat to you and that, you'll be like, Rod, this is a real pandemic, not COVID.
Yeah.
This is, so you just your kids got to be clued up.
Yeah.
Like, stick with your own. My kids just, that's your cousins, that's your aunties, got 1, 2 friends in school, that's who you can chat to on the phone.
Yeah. No, I got you, man. I've got you. All right. I think it's been a good conversation, lads. I want to say thank you for coming on today. Definitely appreciate it. I reached out to you months ago now, I think it was.
Yeah,
you're a busy guy.
You hit me on Insta, innit?
Yeah, hitting IG.
I told you I don't use social.
Yeah.
You find me on Facebook before you find me on Insta.
Yeah, but no, it was definitely. I think it's a conversation I feel is needed to be discussed because it's the kind of conversation that's been hidden.
Yeah.
Let them know where they can find you at. And
you can find us all our sing videos you'll find on Facebook. So
okay.
BMB Hunters 2 backup page. That's the page that I'm using right now. Instagram, I only put on the videos that we take from Facebook. That's 15 minutes long. So you don't see many on Facebook, on Instagram. They're all on Facebook, and we've got a few pages. So we've got BMB Hunters, which is the first one. Number 2 backup page. Them 2 pages have all our stings. So we've caught about 60 men in a year.
Yeah.
So what you see on Insta is not what you're going to see on Facebook.
Okay, I got you.
See what I'm saying? So our full work you'll see there.
Okay.
We have got Instagram, which is BMB Hunters. Is it BMB_Hunters? Something like that with an S.
To everyone who's been watching today's episode, another episode, a different episode once again. I want to hear your views and comments below. Make sure you subscribe, share. From this episode, I'm gone. Till next time. Peace.